Good morning.
Hello everyone.
We were talking in the run-up to our conversation this morning how lately we have this experience of our themes flowing into each other, touching each other, hooking onto each other. It's almost like a spider web. And when you touch the one thread, there's movement throughout the whole web. It's interlinked. So we were thinking about that. We've touched on the issue of God being a verb. We talked about without God we can't, and without us He won't. How there's this interplay between that. So all these things play into each other, and also touches on today's topic, which is synchronicity and effortless doing.
Yes, I think they really need to go together. I don't think, and I think what the real problem is with not experiencing synchronicity is that we are forcing our idea of what life should be like on life.
Yes.
So we are very much in controlling, deciding on what is good, what is right, what is the one and only solution to a problem, and we are actually the life is out of everything. So there's no opportunity for anything to open up or to present itself from anywhere.
Often surprises. We often see surprises as nuisances that disturb our plans.
Yes. So it also has to do with that effortless doing, in the sense of also surrendering your life, not being so much while taking responsibility for what needs to be done.
Yes.
It doesn't take away responsibility of life. And looking after yourself and basic needs that we need to look at. But I think it's in terms of, I was thinking of us going to one of the state hospitals yesterday with a relative, and how we can actually oppose a situation like that.
Constantly fighting
with the system, constantly being disgruntled. And what is the fact is there are many sick people. You sit in long queues. It's a long process for you to go through to, in the end, see a doctor and get the treatment and help that you need. And if you are accepting of what is in that situation, if you are open to the way it is, it unfolds, and it's not as stressful, it's not as tiring. You actually get to meet interesting people.
It helps when you take crochet with.
It does help. I always take my crochet or my needles, my knitting with me, and it often gives such interesting conversations. Everybody tells me about their grandmothers that taught them, or that knits, or it's often such a good thing to just sit there, and it seems to be a very restful thing for people. Yeah, it's quite interesting. But I think it has to do with that. It links, and we've also talked about that.
Yes.
About accepting what is.
Yes.
And going into that with that stance of no resistance to what needs to happen next.
Yeah.
So maybe just to give a sort of a definition of synchronicity.
Yeah, it is surprises happening, particularly or specifically tailored for us.
Yeah, I love Joseph Campbell's definition, where he says he sees synchronicity as 1,000 unseen helping hands.
Yes.
I it's so beautiful, because that's what it is. It's not really something that you can see for sure. It's just these tiny little things coming in from everywhere when you open to this, and it's literally like hands showing you the way, or opening something, or explaining, or confirming something. It has so many faces. But I think the secret lies in being open to this.
Yeah, because when we talk about synchronicity or experiencing synchronicity in my own life, every time it happens, I have this feeling of a very playful, creative God.
And very in tune with specifically what your dialect is.
Yeah, a loving, attuned, creative, playful God.
Yeah.
Who joins in this, and who says, don't be so serious. Richard Rohr says, the opposite of faith isn't doubt. The opposite of faith is control. When we believe, we give over, and we enter into the movement, into the flow of things. And we don't try to control the life out of everything.
Yeah.
And when the life isn't out, the life happens.
Yes, God happens.
God happens.
Yeah.
And it is beautiful. It is beautiful to experience it. And I often have this feeling of, or I imagine a very clear little glass bell pinging somewhere when synchronicity happens. It is
and I think it's there all the time. It's not that it's not there. The 1,000 unseen hands are there, but it lies in us going through life sort of slapping away these hands because we're not aware of them, because we're not open to it.
Please don't bother me, I'm busy. I have this under control.
And often I think also because we have one solution in our heads, one door that we need to open. So we're not there. We're not there when synchronicity happens. Because we're elsewhere. We're busy
with our programs.
Yes, we're busy with our plans. Yeah.
And it is to give examples. Within the past 2 weeks, we had 2 experiences that I can think of that's examples. The one is over Matilda's birthday, the children came to visit with our granddaughter Ariana. And Ariana is totally taken up with everything dinosaurs. She can name all the types, and she's absolutely fascinated by it. And as a Christmas gift, we bought her, it is a Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton buried in plaster of Paris. So you get this block.
It's a little kit, like a like an archaeological dig. So you get a little chisel and a hammer, and you chisel away at this block to get to those little pieces, those little bones. And then you put together the model.
But we haven't seen them over Christmas, so they came for the birthday, and we gave her her late Christmas gift. And the whole weekend, we were digging up dinosaur bones, dusting and chiseling and so on. And then you find a skeleton, or the ribs, the skull, or the ribs, or the tail, or whatever. So we were
big excitement. Show everybody that we found this bone and that bone.
So we were busy with that. But over the weekend that they were visiting, our friend Carol had an exhibition in Wakkerstroom. The cause of death was the theme of this exhibition. And the main element, it's multimedia, but the main element of that exhibition, gathered over a decade, were bones.
Skeletons and bones and skulls.
So we took Ariana to this exhibition, and it was like a revelation. She was looking at those skeletons and the bones and
the size of the what was it? The whale ribs. She
Yes.
said it was mammoth.
woolly mammoth tusks.
Tusks, she's decided.
Yeah. And Carol created an art piece where she used a horse skull, and with ceramics she made a horn. So creating this mythical figure of the unicorn, and Ariana was mesmerized.
Yeah.
And how a late Christmas gift and a one-day exhibition.
Yeah, because after that weekend, that day, the exhibition moved
to
to
Wits.
Wits. So we'll send you the information if you would like to go and have a look at it. It's really a wonderful exhibition. So it's there at the moment. So we were privileged that she actually set up the whole exhibition just for us here in Wakkerstroom, for the people of Wakkerstroom, and we could see it that one single day.
And Ariana, coming out of her own archaeological dig,
Yes.
into this exhibition, and it is like,
Bing.
bing. We couldn't have planned it better.
Yeah, and we didn't plan it.
No, we didn't.
No,
We didn't. It was
Yeah.
just brilliant. And the
Yeah.
other thing is, I have totally forgotten about a friend who said she might have a vacuum cleaner for us. And they were coming on a short visit, a short retreat, stay over. And we were preparing the house on the other side, getting everything ready, dusting, because we're working there. So you have to clean up and dust and so on. So we have to carry our vacuum cleaner over to the other house and then back here. So it's to and fro, to and fro. And I'm walking there and I'm saying, you know what, we have to look for a vacuum cleaner. But that is going to be a little bit of a challenge under current circumstances financially and so on. But it is really a schlep. And I'm thinking this, and they stop. And out of the back of the car, they take this vacuum cleaner.
Not just any vacuum cleaner.
It was the strangest experience. I'm thinking this.
Yeah.
Not remembering anything about her saying they might have this vacuum cleaner. I've totally forgotten.
Yeah.
And she's falling into my thoughts with a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, it truly is magical. It has a feeling of this can't be. And I think what's so beautiful about that is that it just underscores our definition of creativity, of just endless possibilities just happening. We can never think this out. We can never plan this. And it's just so beautiful if we open up to this.
It's planets lining up.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. So may you have an adventurous week. Be open to synchronicities. Be open for surprises.
And we'd love to hear of anything that happens.
And enjoy the journey.
Keep well, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.